A top assassin is sitting completely calm at his breakfast table, lightly tapping an egg with a spoon. But in the curved silver surface of the spoon, he notices some movement.
Far away on the high peak of a mountain, a female sniper is lying flat against a tree, and her rifle is aimed directly at him. He suddenly freezes in shock. Before he can react, the shot is fired. But luckily, he bends slightly and the bullet passes right by him. He immediately gets up and leaps to take cover, but the sniper is not going to stop. She fires an armor-piercing round. Seeing this, the man instantly pulls out his secret weapon. He joins both his hands together like a clap. Suddenly, 7 golden rings appear around him. Like a battlefield energy field, they begin rotating around him in perfect orbit. With just a slight movement of his fingers, 3 sleek flat drones are prepared and shoot upward from the roof like rockets, heading straight toward that mountain like guided missiles. He does not chase them, he stands right there. In front of him, surveillance data screens appear in the air, tracking the sniper's heartbeat, her breathing rate, and her exact position. On the mountain, the sniper narrows her eyes. As soon as she aims for the next shot, she hears a sound, the hum of approaching drones. Red targeting beams lock onto her chest. At that very moment, she acts. Without panicking, she wraps a rope around her waist. She fires a nail gun at one of the incoming drones and lets herself fall into the pool. From the machine, mercilessly precise bullets begin to rain down, but she skillfully dodges them and moves through the barrage. All of this started with a story that in this world, there are some people who remember all their past lives. Some consider it a blessing, while others see it as a curse. The year is 1985, Mexico City, where a man named Evan is shown running from the police and a man named Bathurst. Evan wants his egg at any cost. Evan is driving very fast to protect that egg. While driving, he passes through a tunnel and reaches the end of a bridge where the road ends. He has no way left because security forces and Bathurst are behind him, so he decides that he will drive the car off from there. But before doing so, he tells Abel and Nora not to forget to look inside. After this, he drives the car off the edge and very cleverly jumps out of the car himself. Hanging by a rope with a sword in his hand, he also has the briefcase that contains the egg. At the same time, we see Abel and Nora driving very fast, and suddenly their car crashes. However, both survive the accident, but now Bathurst is standing in front of them and he kills them both. Evan is watching everything from above, but he is unable to help his companions. After this, the story moves many years ahead. The year is 2020, where we see a man named Treadway who keeps having strange dreams. In fact, he is Evan, who has been reborn. However, he does not remember everything from his past life. Still, he repeatedly gets visions like events from his previous life. Like Evan, there are many other people in this world who remember their past lives. Such people are divided into 2 groups. One group considers it a blessing, and the other sees it as a curse because their memories include the pain and suffering of many lifetimes. Therefore, that second group now wants to destroy the entire world and end this system forever, because if this world does not exist, then no one will be reborn. Bathurst is one of those people who wants to destroy the world. On the other hand, Evan keeps having continuous visions of his past lives, but he does not know that these are memories of his previous life. He goes for a job interview, but he is rejected because he had previously suffered from mental illness. Evan desperately needs money, so he makes a very rare sword. Even though he has never learned how to make one, this skill has come to him from his past lives. Now, he takes that rare sword to a gangster. When the gangster sees the sword, he becomes very happy, but in exchange, he offers a very low price. The gangster's girlfriend is also present there and she praises Evan's sword a lot. Seeing this, the gangster becomes very angry and tries to cut off his girlfriend's hand with that same sword right in front of Evan. Evan cannot tolerate this. He immediately snatches the sword from him, places it against his neck, and runs away from there with his sword. But now, the police are also chasing Evan. While running, he climbs a wall, and as soon as he does, memories of his past lives begin to return, of a life in which he was saving a girl in the snowy mountains. These memories have a deep impact on Evan's mind. Evan falls unconscious onto the top of a car. At the same time, the police arrive there and arrest him. Now, he is in police custody. A man comes there to meet him. He has Evan's sword with him. He tells Evan that since childhood, he too used to have strange visions, and to stop them, he took many kinds of psychiatric medicines. But in reality, these are memories of our past lives. The visions you are seeing are events from your previous life. I want you to remember your past life. The man standing in front of Evan is none other than Bathurst, whose egg Evan had stolen in his previous life. Just as this is Evan's second birth, this is also Bathurst's second birth. He wants Evan to remember his past lives so that he can get his egg back, which Evan had hidden somewhere in his previous life. life. But before Bathurst can fully restore Evan's past memories, a girl breaks through the jail wall and comes inside, takes Evan out from there, and saves him from Bathurst. This girl is none other than Nora, who was Evan's companion in his past life. She remembers her past life. That is why she saved Evan from Bathurst. Nora takes Evan to a special place called the Hub. All the people who remember their past lives live there. They all train there, and when they see Evan, they bow their heads in respect because Evan is a great warrior. In his past lives, he had done many great deeds to save the world. Now, the head of research and technology arrives and takes Evan with her. She tells him that in this world, there are approximately 500 people who remember every one of their lives. Bathurst is one of them, and after being reborn again and again for thousands of years, he has grown tired of this cycle. He considers it a curse. That is why he wants to destroy the entire world and be free forever from this cycle of life and death.
For this purpose, in his previous life, he had created a special type of virus in a lab. Through that virus, every living thing in this world that breathes would be destroyed forever. In his previous life in 1985, Bathurst was about to activate that virus. That is when you stole it, and now it is inside that egg. We do not know where that virus or that egg is because you had hidden it somewhere. Evan says that he does not know where the egg is right now. In fact, he does not fully remember his past life either. But now everyone present at the hub wants Evan to remember all his past lives, so they recreate in front of him all the same obstacles and all the same battles that he had faced in his previous lives so that he can remember everything. But it does not help. Evan does not remember anything. After this, he is taken to a special chamber. There, Evan sees that several bodies from his past lives are kept there. He also sees the body from his previous life. A man there shows Evan a special kind of gun and tells him that Bathurst also has a similar gun. With this gun, he can capture the souls of people like us, so that they cannot be reborn. Maybe you do not remember your companion Abel from your past life, whom Bathurst killed along with Nora. He captured Abel's soul, which is why he could not be reborn. On the other side, we are shown Bathurst, who finds out about the hub and now sends his people to attack it. But Evan, Nora, and their companions somehow manage to escape from there and reach a special club called Infinite. It is a club for those people who remember their past lives. There, Evan is introduced to Artisan because he is the one who will help him remember his past lives. Evan asks how this will happen. Artisan explains that when a person is in the final moments of their life, they remember all of their lifetimes. After this, Artisan places Evan inside a special kind of machine in which water slowly begins to fill up, so that when Evan's life begins to leave his body, he will remember all his past lives. Gradually, Evan's heartbeat starts to slow down, and a moment comes when his heart completely stops beating. He is taken out and they try to bring his heartbeat back, but it does not work. Everyone thinks that Evan is no longer in this world, but at that very moment, Evan is at a place that lies on the boundary between life and death. And when he reaches that point, he remembers all his past lives. He remembers how in hundreds of his previous lives, he fought great battles. He was a great warrior. He always had a special sword. This is the same sword that he recreated in this life. And now Evan regains consciousness. He says that he remembers where he had hidden the egg in his previous life. When he was sure that he would not survive, he had told Abel not to forget to look inside. That meant he had hidden the egg inside his own body. In other words, the egg is inside the body from his previous life, which is currently kept at the hub. While Evan is saying all this, Bathurst sitting far away is listening and watching everything, because there are many microphones and cameras installed there. Now Bathurst finds out where the egg is, so he sends his companions to the hub where Evan's previous life body is kept, the same one in which the egg is present. As soon as the egg comes into his hands, he will spread the virus across the entire world, which will permanently destroy every living thing that breathes. And he himself sets out toward the club where Evan and his companions are present so that he can kill them all. However, Evan, Nora, and some of their companions manage to escape from there. Evan is injured and falls unconscious, so Nora leaves him with Artisan and sets out herself to stop Bathurst. After some time, when Evan regains consciousness, he learns that Nora has gone alone to stop Bathurst. Evan tells Artisan that stopping him will not be so easy. They will have to go and help Nora. After this, both of them set out to help her. On the other side, we see Bathurst, who now has the body from Evan's previous life, the one in which the egg was hidden. He removes the egg from that body. To detonate this egg, he has a special weapon.
But before he can do that, Nora arrives there. He attacks her with drones. However, by then, Evan and Artisan also reach there and save Nora. After this, they enter Bathurst's laboratory. There, Nora finds a section of the lab where Bathurst has imprisoned the souls of those people who remembered their past lives using his special gun. Among them is Abel's soul, who was Nora's companion in the previous life. So Nora plants several bombs there and leaves from there. On the other hand, Evan finds out that Bathurst's plane has already taken off. He has the egg with him and also the machine with which he is going to detonate it. So to stop him, Evan jumps from a great height onto the plane in which Bathurst is present, holding his special sword, and reaches the part of the plane where the egg is kept. In reality, it is a very large bomb. As soon as it explodes, the virus will spread throughout the entire world. But just then, Bathurst arrives there. He attacks Evan. A fierce fight begins between the two, and during the fight, the bomb begins to fall downward. Evan jumps toward the bomb with his sword to stop it. The bomb has already been activated. Bathurst also jumps, because he wants to stop Evan. He has his special gun with him with which he can capture anyone's soul. But before he can capture Evan's soul, Evan first deactivates the bomb with his sword. After that, he attacks Bathurst, snatches his gun, and uses that same gun on him. He captures his soul. This means that Bathurst will no longer be able to be reborn. Evan falls from a great height into the ocean, which causes his death. On the other side, we see Nora, who has now detonated the bomb that she had planted, as a result of which all the imprisoned souls are freed. But in that explosion, she also dies. Many years pass. We are shown a little boy and a little girl. That girl is none other than Nora, and with her is Abel, whom she had loved for many lifetimes. In Indonesia, we are shown an extremely skilled swordsman, and an old man comes to him. He is none other than Artisan, who gives that swordsman the sword from Evan's previous life, because he knows that this is Evan's next birth. In this life, he tells Evan's father that whenever your son asks about his previous life, give him my card. Before leaving, Artisan tosses an apple toward Evan, and he cuts it into 2 pieces with his sword. Evan says that we will meet again. In fact, in this life too, Evan remembers his past lives. In those memories, he has already seen Artisan before. He is completely certain that he has known Artisan from before. And with this, the film and the story come to an end.